Alright, so she'll never forget what she saw in that instant. Damn it. Can you tell us about that? Mr. Marshall jumped on Dart. Just then the lights went out. The lights? It was just about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going on and lightning struck nearby. So the electricity went out? Wait a minute. If it was pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right? Right, but just then lightning flashed again outside. That sudden flash left an unforgettable image of the scene in my mind. I see. I told the detective about what I saw then. The detective? Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case. Detective Bruce Goodman, the victim. So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago? Yes, that's what's so scary about this trial. And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw? Yes, but at the time the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture. Oh, you think she mentioned that before? We saw the picture. It's on the back of the evidence list. Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard enough? This picture the witness drew, I believe it has a very important meaning. But the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture. Witness, would you mind if you added this statement to your testimony? Yes, Your Honor. I drew a picture of that scene once, but it seems to have been lost. I'm going to present it right now. Here we go. Mr. Edgeworth. This little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture, and yet you still insist on denying its existence? Huh? Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that as the prosecutor for that case, I wasn't handed such a picture. That may well be, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold! Ha-ha! Fuck you! Ha-ha! This is the evidence list for the SL9 incident. Please turn it over, Your Honor. Turn it over? Turn it... Oh, what's this? It's two men fighting on the side of a building. They're gonna fall off. Oh, wait. I'll rotate the picture. Yes, what is that? Hey, that's it. That's the picture I drew. Rubble, 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 rubble. Indeed, two men appear to be wrestling here. What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list? Me? Only the prosecutor in charge could have access to that list. Huh? These lists, they're different from each other. What? It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. These two lists fit together to form one. You can see the marks here where they were torn apart from each other. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago, only half of the evidence in that case ever reached you. What? What? Rubble, 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 rubble. What a bunch of assholes, rubble, rubble. Order, order. Who'd have thought the picture would have been drawn on back of the list? That was handed to Detective Goodman in the questioning room. Wait a minute. If this list was torn in half, then that means... Your Honor, you could save up to 15% on car insurance by switching to Geico. Oh, no, wait. Are you alright, Mr. Wright? Your eyes are bulging from your head. If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list. Huh? Yes, that's quite conceivable. Mr. Edgeworth? It's possible. Let's see. Oh! Is something wrong? Do you even have to ask? Look at his face. Sorry, Your Honor. There is something drawn on the back of my list. A giant middle finger. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is that? That's that thing. That thing that was dancing in the evidence room. Apparently, the head of criminal affairs used this for his blueprint. I guess he was out of scrap paper. The evidence list has been updated. Very well. Witness, will you please testify about the picture you drew 2 years ago? Huh? Oh, yes, sir, Your Honor. What's wrong with Emma? She seemed to be thinking about something when she saw the picture. Emma's picture. I want to look at the other picture. Hold on. This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. Alright, hold on. What the? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm trying to rotate here, my head, to see what the picture really looks like. What could that be above them? I think it's still part of her picture, but I'm not sure what exactly that is up there. What could that be? Huh. Okay. The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw that instant. To think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind. Thanks to that thought, she was able to show us exactly what she saw. Well, I don't see any contradictions here. This clearly shows Joe Dark about to murder prosecutor Neil Marshall. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Okay. This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. Did you draw this picture right after the incident? I think I drew it 2 or 3 days later. At first I was in such a state of shock that I couldn't do anything. During that time, the detective team was reorganized. Detective Goodman was placed in charge, under the direction of Damon Gant and Lana Skye. 2 or 3 days later, the memory should still have been fresh in her mind. Excuse me, witness. But can you please tell us why this picture is painted all black? The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. So at the time, you didn't even know it was Mr. Marshall who had come to your rescue? No, I couldn't see him clearly. The lightning was so bright, and I was knocked to the floor. You were knocked to the floor? Dark had a tight grip on me, but then Mr. Marshall jumped on him. I was knocked away. I turned around, and that's when the lightning flashed. Poor Emma. I'm just glad she wasn't hurt. What happened after the lightning flashed? After that, I must have fainted. You mean you didn't see the actual murder take place? No, I'm sorry. The flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Not only that, but the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness to faint. Do you really need to torture this girl any further? What? Hey, I'm not the bad guy here. Anyway, this picture shows exactly what I saw that instant. Sorry for asking so many times, but are you sure you drew exactly what you saw? Of course, this is the exact scene. It wasn't influenced in any way from your talks with the detectives? Are you insinuating we somehow manipulated her memory, Mr. Wright? No, of course not. I better watch out, or he might find some way to cut my salary. I drew this picture before I heard anything from the detectives. Oh, so I don't think anyone's story would have influenced me. Mr. Wright, is there something that's bothering you about this picture? Huh? Oh, well, that's strange. She claims this is exactly the scene, the way it was imprinted in her mind. And yet, there's clearly a contradiction here. Alright. What's the contradiction? Stabbed in the back. Oh, that's showing him getting stabbed in the front. This says he was stabbed in the back. Alright, we're going to use this.